Greetings, what is up, and a very warm welcome to the channel. The sun is shining on this glorious Sunday, and the Magpie is casting, coming at you guys right now with a live 1 versus 1 battle, fresh from Relic's finest ladder, featuring Spawning in the West by Jove. It's Jove! Playing as the United States Forces, and Spawning in the East, playing as the Wermacht pieces. It is going to be POWERMONKELY, who I might just shorten to something or other, because that's something of a mouthful. The map is going to be Kolodny Farm. Been a long time since I cast a game on this map, but what a great map it is. Just like, maybe my highest play count map. It's either this or Crossing in the Woods. Got hundreds of matches played. So yeah, very much looking forward to seeing what these two players are going to be bringing to the table. We've got a couple of commander picks coming our way straight away. Coming here straight away, we've got Infantry Company. So let's see now. Rifleman Field Defenses, M21 Mortar Half-Track, the M1919 A6 LMG, Time on Target Artillery Barrage, and the M7B1 Priest. And for POWERMONKELY, we've got the German Infantry Doctrine. So we've got the 250 half-track. That's not the one which has the Panzer Grenadiers in it. This is the one which you can build from 0 command points. Stormtroopers, Veteran Squad Leaders, Assault and Hold, and Fragmentation Bomb. So that's what POWERMONKELY is going to be rolling with here, and he's going to be needing some luck on his side, you have to feel, because Jove is just an absolutely monstrous player in this game. For a long time was #1 ranked on the ladder with every race in the game. Don't know if that's still true, haven't checked for a long time, but I mean, you know, if that doesn't scare you, then nothing will when it comes to Company of Heroes 2. And as these two players move out onto the map, I will take a minute here just to mention that I went to a really cool thing at the weekend. I went to the Victory Show near Hinckley in the Midlands of England, and I saw many of the vehicles and hardware present in this game for real. So got to have a go on an MG34, an original MG34, I might add. Amazing piece of kit. One thing I didn't realise about the MG34, the little bipod on the front, you can fold the two halves of it and pull it to the left side of the gun to act as a handle at the front, which distributes the weight very nicely. And if you just let go and sort of flick it towards the front of the gun, it immediately whips back out into a bipod. Which is just like, the design on that thing was amazing. I'm not really quite sure why they stopped making that and went to the MG42, because the MG42 is a bit more temperamental. Yeah, it fires faster, it's got better stats on paper, but it was more expensive to make, and I don't know. The MG34 was pretty, like, a standout piece of hardware that I got to hold. Had to go on a PPSH and various other like rifles, handguns, and all sorts of things. And we got to see a Jackson rolling around, firing massive shells. There was a Stug. A Werferman, indeed, the Stuckers of Foos. We actually saw one driving around and engaging in a sort of mock battle. There was an M4 Sherman, there was a Stuart there, and masses of pyrotechnics, and just a huge mock battle. So just kind of amazing to see all of this stuff, which I do enjoy casting, brought to life IRL. So yeah, just a great weekend. I don't know, I just had to mention that because it's just too cool not to talk about, and it's just, yeah. Anyway, so how has this game been going? Well, looks like Jove here off to a reasonably good start, pushing his opponent back. You can see on the minimap, POWERMONKELY finds his position somewhat constricted, but he does have some field control. Jove here not running away too far in terms of the scoreline or resource differential. So right now, it's fair to say, POWERMONKELY giving a good account of himself. As you might have just been able to notice, my mouse is still on the fritz. And so, yeah, it's just glitching out a little bit. I'm pretty sure I've identified the model of mouse that I'm going to use to replace it. I was staying with a friend this weekend who's something of a prolific gamer, and was able to have a go on the mouse that he prefers, and it's a good one, and it's also like pretty affordable. It's like one of Corsair's entry-level mice. I tend to prefer my mice simple, really. So, yeah, hopefully we'll have a new mouse soon. MG42 going to take up position centrally here. Looks like we've got Lieutenant Tech coming up for Jove. Whoa, Lieutenant finds himself in an S minefield, so that's a little bit harsh. 3/4 ton ambulance going to be bolstering the ranks there. Looks like we are going to see the 251 half-track here from POWERMONKELY. Yeah, we saw a 25. We saw this at the weekend, and we saw a couple of the little rabbit sort of motorcycle half-tracks, I suppose you'd call them, the really small little things. There was a Flak 88 there as well, a full, huge, like nearly mint condition Flak 88. Just amazing to see that up close and personal. That thing was a monster. What a huge gun the Germans built. And it had a primitive computer, which was why it was so bloody accurate at shooting moving air targets, because, you know, it didn't fire a volume of shots, it just fired a single shell. And just an absolutely amazing mechanism on that gun, which enabled it to be so accurate. The 250 half-track here, gonna push back American forces from mid, gonna hopefully give POWERMONKELY a window of opportunity to do something about the field control here, which has been slipping away from him. You can see on the mini-map he's got squads out on the field. Jove's position, let me crack the tack here. Jove's position relatively compacted just now, so Panzer Grenadiers and the MG42 moving back onto the field. So this is an opportunity for POWERMONKELY to try and establish an MG42 in a prominent position somewhere where he can hopefully deny a critical location. We'll see where he decides to put that. Okay, so that's a squad wipe. That's unfortunate. POWERMONKELY just not quite looking where he needed to be. He's going to lose a squad of Pioneers. Pretty cheap squad to lose. Pretty atypical composition coming up from POWERMONKELY here. Not really going for any Grenadiers, which is a little perplexing, slightly odd, because I associate this commander, the German infantry doctrine, with, in the past I've seen it used with Grenadiers, because you get that 5th man with the veteran squad leader, and 5-man Grenadiers start looking pretty scary. You can sort of start pushing riflemen around, and they're just a lot better and more efficient. 250 half-track going to be rolling in here. Panzer Grenadiers in the back here, doing a bit of a drive-by. Shoving American forces back. Looks like the MG42 also up here, going to be trying to deny Jove's fuel. You gotta love that. Meanwhile, in south, some Pioneers being displaced by just too much Americans. Too many Americans. Wow. POWERMONKELY just on the back foot here, but putting up a pretty good fight. I mean, he's trying so hard, and has so far managed to defend his cutoff, which is like one thing going in his favour. This 250 half-track is been putting in some work. This is nice to see. Here comes the lieutenant with a Zook, though. I think POWERMONKELY saw it because he seems to be getting out of there. Oh, it's actually got an MG42 on it. It can bet up. Amazing. I basically never see this unit, so I'm not very familiar with it. Looks like a Stuart here going to be the tech of choice for Jove. So we're going to see the light tank on the field, and that does make sense. Of course, it does counter every single unit you see up here in the top right, and has additional utility because it super hard counters the 250 half-track. So I wonder if we'll see Shreks. No, we probably won't, because he has no munitions for POWERMONKELY. Uh-oh, so POWERMONKELY going to be in that time-worn and honoured sort of trap that you can fall into when playing Wermacht, which is you just get caught at this stage in the game with no hard AT. He doesn't have a pack gun, and we're 8 minutes into the game and we've got a Stuart on the field. That's going to be bad times for POWERMONKELY, so we're going to have to see what he's going to do against this. He's even just spent all of his manpower on Panzer Grenadiers, so that pack gun is even further away. Stuart being committed into the north of map right now. This is going to be so rough. Looks like he's basically come up with his own sort of custom Deutsche clown car here. Oh yeah, we saw some clown cars as well. We saw some M3s at the weekend. They're much bigger than they seem in this game. I'll give them that. They're pretty big, the M3. MG42 going to take up the sort of traditional position in the church. This is like you so often see MGs dominating from this structure on this map. Stuart going to reveal itself, rolling in and taking some shots into the MG42, which will force the MG to displace. There's no way he's going to sit here taking fire. He might just sit here a little bit to keep the Stuart busy for a moment, but he won't stay here long. Panzer Grenadiers going to push forward into just too many Americans with too much anti-infantry firepower here. They immediately have to fall back. The 250 also going to disengage. POWERMONKELY doing quite well though. Look at the minimap. Like, you know, he's doing a split push in north and south, and the Stuart really hasn't been up to much. Like, it's killed one crewman off of an MG42 squad, so nothing to write home about there. So that's pretty much the best case scenario for a Stuart, which you really don't have the tools to deal with, is that it spends a lot of time wearing away at a squad that its impact was minimised heavily. It's going to find some Panzer Grenadiers, and this is much more annoying. Looks like the Panzer Grenadier is going to hang out just for a little bit to deny the crucial cutoff point here. Of course, this is preventing Jove from getting all of his fuel. There are also some telemines on the field, actually. Oh, sorry, that's an M5 mine. My bad. So Jove placing mines around the map. Let's quickly check the tech as the Stuart goes back to working on the MG42. So we do have Battle Phase 1, no sign of Battle Phase 2, no tech buildings whatsoever from POWERMONKELY. So a very atypical style. That will be why, of course, he has no Grenadiers. I just didn't even notice he didn't build the infantry company, the infantry building. You know, I can't remember what it's called right now. That's a 50 cal. Oh yeah, man, we saw some 50 cals opening up. Wow, they are loud. We saw some 50 cals at the weekend. Whew, so loud.
We are losing a sector.
So we've got fighting on pretty much every sector of the map right now. POWERMONKELY pushing in north, and he might just be able to wrest control of that. Jove takes mid. Meanwhile, in the south, we've got a lieutenant here going to be pushing into an MG42. So a nice defense there from Monkley. The arc not covering south, so these riflemen, assuming the MG42 does not reposition that arc, will be able to push through from the south. We'll have to check that out. The Stuart in mid going to be pushing these Panzer Grenadiers. And POWERMONKELY, he's doing okay. He's doing okay. 425 for POWERMONKELY under the 469 of Jove. We're 11 minutes into this game. The map has just not been utterly dominated yet by Jove, or indeed by either player, but, you know, since we kind of expect Jove to do really well, you know, that's the thing I'm commenting on, is that Jove hasn't just dominated the map. It's POWERMONKELY doing well here. And he just doesn't have a pack gun, and he has no interest in building one. He has no building to build one. He's got Shreks on one of his Panzer Grenadier squads, so the Stuart now has an answer. This Stuart has been so underwhelming, actually. I mean, relative to what my expectations for it were. When you see a Stuart or a T-70 hit the field, and like a pack 30, and a pack gun even, can't be built for like another 30 seconds, it just, I always cringe, because I just usually, like often you just see Wermacht players die that way. They just get overrun and drowned in light armor, and it's horrendous, but this is going pretty well. And now he has the Shreks on the 250. They get scouted. Riflemen here gonna be aware. 50 cal relocating. Oh, the Shreks do waste a shot there, so they're not ready to engage the Stuart. And the Stuart's turret has a pretty fast traverse speed, so two Shreks do manage to find the Stuart there. Now the Panzer Grenadiers awkwardly just scuffling around in the open, and the transport scurries away to stay alive. Flammenwerfer are going to try and get this 50 cal out of the hood, and they probably will. POWERMONKELY here, making some power plays. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Looks like the Stuart going to head on up to the north here. There's fighting going on, or about to be going on, in the south as well. Oh no, that's just the 250 half-track hanging out down there. Wow, this is just a really good fight being put together here by POWERMONKELY. And now he has access to stormtroopers, and they are beginning to pop out. Where are they right now? What is this they've got? MP30s, is that? You can buy them an... Sorry, MP30, MP40. You can buy them the MP40 package. He's given MP40... Okay, that's pretty cool. MG42 is going to reposition, does catch these riflemen in arc. The riflemen are in heavy cover, so they probably might be able to take this fight, especially because they've got the very scary 1919 LMG. And let's crack the tack here and get an overview of what's going on. So the Stormtrooper's being pushed back. Mid-control, if he wants it, he should grab the middle VP here, POWERMONKELY. Most of POWERMONKELY's units being forced back, so his position here is about to be compacted, which is never good. But he hasn't... Has he lost a second squad of... Did he have two squads of Panzer Grenadiers? Oh, he still has them, yep, so he hasn't lost a squad of Panzer Grenadiers. I mean, POWERMONKELY here doing really well against a very scary allied composition and a very, very scary allied player. So this is... I'm impressed. Gotta hand it to you, POWERMONKELY. Doing good. MG42 a little bit in a bad position here. Oh, okay, he might lose it. Oh, he's going to lose his MG42. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just as I was saying it was all going really well, he just loses track of his MG42 for like 4 seconds too many there, and that's as long as it takes to mow down a 4-man weapon crew in this game. Pioneers in mid also probably want to fall back. They're kind of bravely defending this position, but it's not going to last long. Retaking his fuel point in the south here is POWERMONKELY. Really good stuff, though. Again, I'm just super impressed with his play. Have we got any more tech coming up here for Jove? Ooh, Jove, no interest in getting additional tech at this juncture. Let's quickly check the tech here from Monkley. Alright, so Battle Phase 2 has finished. We have the support armor core building now. So I imagine we're going to see like an Ostwind, maybe? Or a Panzer IV? Not the best map for a Stug here. Jove going to go for the cutoff, so this is crucial. Wow, there's just combat going on all over the place. Okay, so Jove gets the cutoff. That's huge. Now things look really bad for POWERMONKELY. Like the coils are beginning to constrict here for Jove. You can see on the minimap. Axis forces ragtag at best right now. Okay, alright, POWERMONKELY, you get a choice from this building, and it better be good. Oh my god, his fuel income's just been slashed right when the building finished, so... So, I mean, if he wanted to save for a Panzer IV, if that was the plan, that's going to be very hard to do now because he's lost his cutoff, and there's a 50 cal covering it. Ah, come on, mouse. Jove, just an absolute monster here. So he's going to go for the Ostwind, which I think is fine. I like the Ostwind. I think if he could afford this is a great, I mean, this is one of my, like, favourite maps to have a Panzer IV on, and I just like this map for Panzer IVs. I like it just fine for Ostwinds as well, but I think if he could have saved up for a Panzer IV, I think he would have liked to have, or at least I would have liked to have seen him get one anyway. Oh no, Panzer Grenadiers here should be able to retreat. Keep your eye on that squad there as they fall back. Oh dear, Axis forces in disarray. What can you do against such reckless United States forcing? Like, this is just so hard to deal with. Where's the Stuart right now? Okay, so the Stuart's pressing mid. Oh dear, finds an MG here. Oh god, you've got to pull that back right now, POWERMONKELY. Oh dearie me. Oh, so many Axis units here, just in disarray. The Ostwind, the one shining ray of hope comes forward, but the Major is finished, so we can see a Sherman immediately to counter. Oh, well, not immediately, he doesn't have the fuel, but we can see a Sherman pretty damn quick to counter. Whoa, Ostwind, where the hell are you going? He just really wants a piece of that rear armor? But this is so scary, he's exposed his rear armor. He's rolling around with no minesweeper and no support. This Ostwind, this is so scary. Captured MG42, pinning down the Axis advance. He's able to displace that. The Ostwind is going to roll around and probably try and get this MG42 back. I'm sure he'd like to have that back. The Stuart here is just a 2-star vet though, and is kind of winning against the Ostwind. Oh god, and it's getting so much veterancy from this fight. On Ostwind, of course, a very valuable target. Where are the Shreks? Here come the Shreks. Let's see if Jove's paying attention. You have to think there's nothing else for him to be watching right now, right? Okay, he's not going to let the Shreks get a shot onto the precious Stuart. Oh man, this is such a scary situation. Oh no, sprint was used off of these Panzergrens, but like, he's just going to keep fighting. Wow! The Shreks actually managed to find some shots. I was not expecting that. M4 Sherman going to be coming out here. So, I mean, once the Sherman arrives, you have to think that's going to be pretty devastating. The Ostwind going to get repaired in a forward position here, which is nice for POWERMONKELY. So much that the whole map is alight with combat right now, so you'll have to forgive me if I don't have the camera in the right place at the right time. I am trying. Jeez, there's just so much going on right now, so he's going to lose south and not get his fuel, but he's going to deny Jove's fuel, this one brave Panzer Grenadier. No! Oh god! Uh-oh, this could be a very important squad wipe. Oh no. Okay, you've decapped it. Well done, Monkley. He gets that guy out of there. He was just staying for the decap. That's great. Oh, but he loses the Pioneer Squad in south. Oh dear. He's doing his best right now. 46 supply under 65, 217 tickets under 469, and there's been no one moment where POWERMONKELY has just been snapped or broken here, but it's just a come on, mouse. It's just been a constant whittling down. And now a couple of Zooks on a rear echelon squad are going to be wearing away at this Ostwind, whose gun is just hitting the wreckage of this Panzer IV. Uh-oh, you need to get the Ostwind the hell out of here, bro. Uh-oh, here comes the Stuart. Where's the M4 right now? Oh, sorry, that is the M4. Oh, that's a dead Ostwind. And with the Ostwind going down, I believe that's probably POWERMONKELY's last hope in this game. I have to feel like he's probably going to GG here. Yeah, that's going to be GG. Oh man, I feel like POWERMONKELY for the first 10 or 11 minutes of this game really put up such a great fight against, come on, we have to, I mean, everybody knows coming into this, Jove was the favourite. To some extent, I suppose that means that Jove games are slightly, like, less exciting than others, perhaps, because you kind of know that Jove's probably going to win. But at the end of the day, I just want to see the top level of play. I like watching players who are really good. I want to see how Jove is, like, what makes him so great. You know, like, I will always choose to watch the best players and cast the best players. And I saw Jove on the ladder and I picked this game. And POWERMONKELY put up a great fight there. He was unlucky to lose an early squad of Pioneers. Probably, like, just should have fallen them back, basically. And then just started hemorrhaging units, like, later on. This style that he went for, this teching tree, like building no tech buildings and relying on the offerings from the German infantry doctrine to plug the holes in your roster, as it were, you know, using the 250 to make Panzer Grenadiers a much more multi-role, fast unit with a enhanced degree of protection is a very interesting strategy, but it is fragile. If it all goes well, I can see how doing this, what POWERMONKELY was doing here, gives you all the tools you need as Wermacht. I can see you can manage the game doing what he did, but it is fragile. If you lose your 250, if your Panzer Grenadiers with Shreks die, which I appreciate didn't happen, but I'm just saying that they can die, then things start looking really bad, and you don't have the recourse to rely on Fausts because you have no Grenadiers. You don't have the recourse to rely on Pat guns because you can't build them. And yeah, that makes this build very fragile. Of course, if you can make it to the support armor core and the game looks okay, then you're probably ahead because you have a relatively early Panzer IV timing then, or an Ostwind as he was forced into in this game. But as things were, he made it into the support armor core in considerable disarray and sort of on the verge of being broken. So then we had this Ostwind come out, and at the time that the Ostwind came out, I still think that the game was definitely still like anyone could have won it. But I'm not quite sure I understand POWERMONKELY's decision-making with the Ostwind, so he just immediately roved it straight out onto the map and fed a load of veterancy onto the Stuart by exposing rear armour to the Stuart and things, and kind of was probably lucky that he didn't hit any mines with that Ostwind. So I'm not sure that I'm not sure I like the usage of the Ostwind. I think if he used it a bit more conservatively, a bit more traditionally, kept it sort of supporting his infantry, then I think he would have done better in this game. I mean, that's just my opinion. That's just how I see the game. But yeah, that would be my advice to POWERMONKELY. It's definitely an interesting strat, though, this German infantry sort of techless until the support armor core style. And not something that I was aware of before. So really glad that POWERMONKELY's brought this to my attention. Something I might try out next time I play Wermacht. Anyway, I guess that concludes this battle. Thank you very much for watching. In the days coming, I'll hopefully cast a game or two of Homeworld Deserts of Karak, and I'll be trying to bring a lot more Company of Heroes to the channel as well, because it's great fun, and I'm loving this game right now. It's so sweet. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and this for now is Magpie842 signing out.